Hey everybody, welcome to part 2 of Calling All Papys, our special 2-part Calling All Dev series where we speak with Director of Star Citizen Live, Mr. Todd Papy.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
It's been a week. What's happened in the last week?
Not much since we last recorded this. But I'm wearing the same shirt, and you're wearing
the same shirt. And it's only like 3 seconds later from the last one. All right. So we're just going to get to it, guys. You know how the thing works, but we're not doing the Skype this week. Right off the bat, we got 5 more questions for you. The Hull C. We first showed that we were working on the Hull C last year. We showed it on ATV and whatever, and then it just got paused. It got a fork put in it. What's the deal with the Hull C? Any progress on what's going on? What's happening?
So the art's done. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's basically done, signed off. There's still a couple of code issues that we need to take care of. First things would be getting it so that it expands and getting the physics grid to actually expand with it. We don't have that right now. And then there would be other concerns that we have. This is a docking ship. Like, how is it going to land with that with the cargo underneath? The other major factor would be right now all of our SEU is done in one SEU or half a SEU, which is very small compared to the storage containers that ship is supposed to be carrying. So for us, getting the transport working the way that we want to work, that is imperative. To get the whole series working, as well as any of our other freight movement.
We didn't discuss this before, but it occurs to me, I imagine there's probably some economic factors in there. Like, what is it going to do to the economy? Because we're just starting to build our in-game economy.
Exactly, and right now it doesn't make much sense with it moving just between, let's say, OLSAR and Grimhex or Grimhex and Delamar. There's not much risk. There's really no way to get that ship to work with those things. Yeah. So getting the universe expanded, which is what we're working towards for 3.3 with HURSTON and on one side of the map, and then we've got Crusader on the other side. That to me is like a proper transportation, thought. And so once we get that working the way that we need it to work, and we get the docking aspects, or maybe we ship it with the lower arm not extending so that you can actually land it. Like, it's those type of factors that we need to just sit down and really work out. But with all of our focus being on object container streaming and some of our other ships or some of our global systems that cross multiple ships, those are the priority right now.
Gotcha. All right, next question. The distance from Port OLSAR to HURSTON, wow, it's like I plotted those two together, is a little less than 32 million kilometers. Okay. Since all of our existing quantum travel systems, drive and the fuel tanks, are too small to make that trip in one hop, how many truck stops are we thinking will be along the route?
So right now, we have a test map that has HURSTON where it's going to be, Crusader where it's going to be. And right now we have kind of concentrical rings that are in between there, and we have 8 rest stops on the way. So this is something that we'll be testing out, and we're using this as kind of our initial guess, of kind of how populated we need this location to be. And then from there, that's probably going to be our initial stab for 3.3, and I'm sure there will be some adjustment. Oh yeah. And then as soon as we go out and as soon as we release it, then with fan feedback and all of that, then I know I can guarantee you that there will be more adjustment, and 3.4 and 3.5, 3.6 kind of thing. So right now we haven't worked in this scale yet, so we're kind of building our formula and figuring out how all of this is going to work and how often you have to refuel, so on and so forth.
Got it. Now, you said the number 8, and before anybody takes it to Reddit or Spectrum, it says there will definitely be 8. That is what we're working with right now in our internal testing. Correct. That's by the time 3.3 gets in your hands, it could be 6, it could be 12. That's part of what we're figuring out. And then once it does get in your hands, what you just said, you're going to tell us whether that's too many, whether that's not enough, whether we need to adjust how much fuel is in the quantum tanks, or whether
exactly.
It'll be a lot of tweaking.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't want the players refueling every 2 minutes. Yeah, I don't think that's fun. I don't think anybody's going to think that's fun. So let alone what's happening in Cryasta right now. So,
What?
but from there, we'll do our adjustments. We'll do our internal adjustments, and then as soon as we send it out to Evocati, I'm sure there'll be more adjustments. And then once we start getting into PTU and start getting into live, then we'll keep on churning.
Suffice to say, we're pretty confident that you're not going to be able to go from OLSAR to HURSTON without stopping somewhere.
I don't think so in like any small ships or even kind of medium-sized ships. In a capital-sized ship, yeah, I think you can.
All right, but speaking for 3.3 and what will be available in 3.3 though.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, I'm just for what people can expect when you're gonna have to stop and get gas somewhere.
Yeah.
Truck stops. All right, what else we got? Here's one. With John Pritchett's departure from CIG, this person is curious to how long it will be until we get a fix for ESP. This person and many others are eager to hear about when we can expect a fix, or even if it's a priority for the guy that's taking over John Pritchett's work. Now, by the time this airs, 3.2.1 will have already been out, possibly even 3.2. We don't know, and that had a number of ESP fixes in it already.
It did. And so David Coulson and Andrew Nicholson and John Crew worked on the adjustments for the ESP, and now it is in designer control. So in 3.2.1, obviously the time frame that we have for 3.2.1, we put in some rough guesses and some rough balancing, and I think we did at least one iteration beyond that. And then obviously once 3.2.1 goes out the door and we're working on 3.3, we will continue to do more adjustments from there.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about this when we were on RTV. By the time you see this, like 3 weeks ago now. At the time, I don't know what date it is half the time. These are teams of folks that work on each individual feature, and even with 500 plus employees around the world, not everybody wants to be on camera. So there's this view that sometimes the person you see on camera all the time is the only person working on a feature, or even the most important person. But no, David Coulson and Andy Nicholson and John Crew and all kinds of stuff. We got some cool things in the works.
It takes a team.
It does.
I mean, it definitely takes a team.
And what you've seen in 3.2.1 and what you'll see in 3.2.2, should there be a 3.2.2, and even beyond that, 3.3 and stuff, that's not the end of that story. You're gonna see some fixes, some more fixes, some more improvements, some more refinements coming before the year is over. That's my big hint to you. Okay, let's see. Mining came up with in 3.2, the Prospector. This person has read their Prospector brochure. Will the filtration mechanic, as stated in the brochure for the Prospector, be added in a later patch or when the next tier of mining is deployed? I am referring to the ability of the Prospector to filter out waste material and blow it out the exhaust port that is above the rear engine, allowing for entire holds to be of usable mineral.
Right now, the team is focused on just improving the actual ground mining aspect and gameplay associated with that. And then they are focused on getting asteroids in space, and so that we can actually do mining in space. And then from there, we'll look at what that team needs to move on to next. Either it will be a career, another career, or are there other aspects of mining that we need to do, like refining, or basically the filtration aspect of it. So it's something that we'll look at from sprints and see how that team's going. Right now, we don't know how much R&D is going to take on the space mining. Right now it's looking pretty good, and we've got some interesting gameplay that I've seen at least on Reddit and
did you see them launch the reclaimer in the orbit?
And Twitch, exactly. So seeing those types of things, but now in space.
All right. And for your final question, how do you feel?
I feel good. I'm excited. I feel like over the last 9 months we've made a hell of a lot of progress, and I think the teams are really focused, and the way that we've adjusted our production work, I feel good. I'm excited about these quarterly releases, and getting this constant feedback.
Yeah, that was a Star Trek 4 reference, and I didn't know whether he was going to pick it up and be confused by it or not, but no, he did a very sincere and heartfelt and honest answer, and I suppose we'll just have to sell for that. All right, that's it That's your 2 Calling All Papys, guys. We'll be back next week with a regular edition of Calling All Devs, where I bug people on Skype and they yell at me afterwards. For Calling All Papys, I'm Content Manager for Global Video Production, Jared Huckabee. That's
Todd Papy, Star Citizen Live Game Director.
See you next week, everybody.
I'm tired.
Yeah, we're very tired. It's the end of the week.
All
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. For the latest and greatest in Star Citizen and Squadron 42, you can subscribe to our channel, or you can check out some of the other shows, and you can also head to our website at www.robertsspaceindustries.com. Thank you very much for watching.